A brief tutorial on setting up the office printer, the BizHub 652, on your new MacBook Air. The first thing you'll need to do is obtain a copy of the drivers for the BizHub. You can download those from the Konica website, but perhaps the easiest thing is get a copy of these drivers from either Anthony or me. The driver package will look something like what you see on the upper right-hand corner of the screen here. To install those drivers, it's a fairly simple process. You just double-click on the icon. It'll open up the driver, and then you just follow the prompts. And I'll just follow along here, and you can kind of see what's going on here. Be sure you carefully read everything in that agreement like I just did. And then just simply click the installation button. It'll ask you to type in your password, and then you go ahead and it'll go ahead and install those files. This is an important part of the process because until that's done, you can't really set up the printers to operate appropriately. Now, when that's done, we're ready to go in and set up the BizHub 652. The first thing to do is go down to System Preferences. And at System Preferences, you're going to look for Print and Scan. And you'll see there's no printers on this computer right now. You'll push the plus sign to add a printer. And at this point, you're going to select an IP printer. You're going to say HP DirectJet. And then the address is 192.168.20.41. That's the IP address of this particular printer. In this box here, I would just type BizHub 652. Hopefully I can type it right. And just type Office in here. Now this is where you'll find your drivers. It says Print Using. And you're going to select Printer Software. And then you're going to roll down here and look for the Konica Minolta 652 PS. And that's this one right here. And you'll say OK. And we'll now add that printer. Okay, there's a couple of other things you need to set up here. The finisher. You need to select the FS527, SD509, and then also under the punch unit, you're looking for the 517 2 to 3 hole punch. Click OK. It'll finish configuring the printer, and you'll see now that you have the BizHub 652 set up. Now you've installed the printer on the computer. The next thing you need to do is you're going to need to set up a couple of presets on your Pages application, which should transfer over to all the iWork applications. So first thing to do is open up Pages. The reason we have to do this is because this printer has some passwords built into it for the color in black and white, and so we've got to tell Pages how to respond to it. I would just simply I would simply choose a blank document just to get yourself started here. And then come up here to the print menu. And when you get to the print menu, hopefully it'll pop up here in a minute. Okay, we want to show details on this because we're going to change some of the details of this setting. Now you see here the presets are default settings. We're going to add a color and a black and white setting to this that will allow this to operate with our printer in here. So first thing you're going to do is click on Output Method. Okay, and you'll see something very important here. You see User Authentication. This is where the password is going to show up. So you click on User Authentication, click on Recipient User, and here for the username you just want to type school. We're distinguishing between school use and church use. The password is 0102. Okay, and this is a very important box to check. It's called Save Settings. That means you won't have to type that password in every time that you go through this. Click OK on that. There's one other setting we need to look at, and I believe it's down here under, well, we're going to go to the quality setting here in a minute. You see it's on auto color, and we want to keep it on that. In a minute, we're going to change that to black and white and for our other preset. But let's come up here to layout finish. And for some reason, this thing comes defaulted as double-sided printing. We want to change that back to single-sided printing, okay? So we're setting three things. We're setting the color, whether it's color or black and white. We're setting the password, and then we're going here and setting this. Now, what I want to do is I want to save this as a preset. And so I'm going to save current settings as a preset. And I'm just going to call, since I had that on auto color, I'm going to call this color. And click OK. Now what I'm going to do is take this preset and change it a little bit. Back down here under quality, I'm going to select the color to be grayscale. And this time, if you select grayscale, it won't print color, it only prints the black and white. And that's all really I'm going to change, because you'll notice the other items should still be the same. Output method should still have user authentication on it, and the layout finish she'll have single-sided printing. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save these settings as a preset, okay, and I'm going to call it B and W, and click OK. Once you've done that, your printer should be installed and ready to go. Just close out the print command here, and you should be good. If you have any questions, please feel free to stop by.